Hello, everybody. This is Drmcbrick, and I have an announcement to make. It's a big announcement. It took a lot of work, and it's still going to take a lot of work. So, as my great grandma used to say, if God's willing and the creeks don't rise, and all the deals work out, we are moving, and we're moving 1,200 miles away from where I stand now. But we're moving to a great place, to a warm place, a very, very warm place, a place with beaches and fun. And we are very fortunate because both of our employers are amazing employers, and they have both given us permission to work remotely. And as we know from this pandemic, knowledge workers and things like that, it's very easy to work remotely, and in some ways a lot more efficient. So I will be moving to the state of Florida. And I know there are a lot of Lego YouTubers out down there in Florida. I will be moving extremely south. And I'll still have my big dog and my alarm systems and also a big gate around my community now. But anyway, just in case you're thinking about coming and taking my Figsdale. But we're very happy. We're going to be moving down to Florida, and we're very happy. My wife has some medical conditions. As you know, I have one lung. Being down there with the water and the sea air, the salt, and also the heat is really good for us. I'll let you know about August, whether or not the heat in Florida is good for us. But anyway, because of that, guess what I have to do? Stay tuned. I have a lot of work to do. I got to get rid of all this. I'm not getting rid of it, and Figsdale is not going away, and Six Figs is not going away. But what you see here, all of this, the way it is going away. So, in other words, in the new house we bought, we looked long and hard, and we found a house that actually had a room that is about the size of from here to there, all the way back, and it's going to be the Lego studio. So I'm actually going to be giving up. I'll be giving up about a quarter of the space, a little, maybe I guess a third of the space I will be giving up. But I'll also be in a room, with nice walls and carpet, and I'll be in a nice big window, which I'll obviously cover up for the Lego and stuff, unless I want sun coming through. But, and then I'll be able to build down underneath all the tables and everything like that. I'll be able to have my Lego streaming studio off to one side, and display shelves. Probably we'll use, we'll buy nicer shelves so it's more kind of, fancy and home-like and everything like that. But what that means is Adrian and I are getting ready to take all this down and box it up. And I know some of you out there, particularly Daryl from Drmcbrick, and many of you, Bricksy, all you guys, have had to do that. And it's not fun. And I'm not looking forward to it. But I have, about 8 hours to do it. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of take you through Figsdale at the moment, just to kind of take you through the Drmcbrick studio, as I like to call it. And again, the new studio is going to be awesome. I mean, because it's a really nice area. There's the kind of French doors that open up, and then there's the big room, and that's going to be all Lego all the time. In my streaming studio too, because I'm starting to do some Twitch stuff with gaming. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to take you through here and just kind of take in what we see. My wife has said she doesn't really want these clouds up in this nice new room that we're going to get, but I think we're going to do something. She even suggested that we might even hire out somebody to paint a mural of clouds and cityscapes and stuff, but who knows? I'm really going to miss this place, to be quite honest with you. I mean, every time I sit here or come down here, this has been my life for 3 years, and this has been Adrian's life, Piper's life for 3 whole years. This is what has kept me from being really depressed. This is what got me through this pandemic so far. And by the way, I've received my first vaccination. So I have one more to go. And then I, will have the maximum protection I can get And I'm just very fortunate to have been able to get a slot finally, and everything. So, this has been, and I don't want to be emotional on here because, you guys are going to be like, oh, you're a wimp. But you know what? I'm just a real human being. And this has meant a lot to me. And it's meant a lot to my family. And, without this, and it's just a bunch of plastic toys, for God's sake. But without this, I wouldn't, who knows? I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't, I mean, I'd still be alive, but I wouldn't be, the jovial Drmcbrick that I guess, and the one that's tearing up as I talk about this. So yeah. So we got that going for us. We are very fortunate and very blessed. My family has been smiled upon by however you believe. My family has been smiled upon by something, someone, somewhere. And we are so blessed, and we want to give back to our community. Once we move down there, we want to give back to the Lego community, and give back to just, people. And the pandemic has kept me, who is the type of person who is, I'm the type of person normally before the pandemic, I would sit down on a bench with a stranger. And by the time I was done, I would know their life story and they would know mine. And we would just be friends and know, and then never see each other again. Right. That's who I am. And that's who I haven't been in so long because of this pandemic, and because of my health condition. So I'm looking forward to seeing this come to an end, or at least come to a manageable end. And with that, the move is going to be almost like a rebirth. And there we still have Nick. I haven't even moved Nick for this video. He has been there for the past 3 videos. Sorry, brother. Anyway, so yeah. So this is what we have. This is the last look at this studio as you will see it. Over the next, unfortunately, we're having a house, fortunately, God, luckily, we're having a house built. Now, because we're having a house built means it's not going to be ready until the end of July, which means we're actually going to have to live with our in-laws, my wife's folks. And that's great, and that's going to be wonderful. But it means that I am going to have to do videos from another location, and I won't be able to have all my stuff. So what I will be doing is doing some live streams, and also I will be doing small videos. If any of you are familiar with Daryl from Drmcbrick, sorry, I'm sitting here resting my hand on the light. If any of you are familiar with Daryl from Drmcbrick, you know that, what he did was just kind of give you progress about his barn and how it was coming along. Well, I'm going to do kind of similar, although I'm not building a barn, but I am going to kind of do some retrospectives on each, maybe on some buildings that we have in Figsdale. I'm going to use old footage and kind of mash it together so it's a new video, and a unique video. I'm going to be doing some commentary videos and some things like that. You can see we're already starting to take things down. And then I'm also going to do some videos. Adrian and I are going to videotape while we are tearing things down. So there'll be a time lapse at one point of everything being taken down. There'll also be a time lapse, of things being put back up. But we're not going to build Figsdale exactly the same. But there still will be 6 Figs theme park, and there'll be Figsdale, and you'll see all these buildings. But we're going to, lower the roads, raise the buildings, so there'll be curbs on the roads and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if we're going to do Mills Plate. Probably not, because I don't really, after buying this house, I don't really have the money to spend to build Mills Plates. But I know a simpler way to raise your stuff and have a curb on your street, your tile streets. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be making some tutorial videos. So there'll still be a video once a week from us coming out on this channel. And I hope that you'll stick with us, and I hope you'll support us. And I hope that you'll, stick with us over the 4 months, probably 3.5, 4 months that we will be kind of, not starting to build the new city, and just, watch the videos that are on the channel, like them and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe if you haven't, and things like that. And hopefully you'll still be there by the time we start to build the new Figsdale and the new 6 Figs and the new Lego studio. And then you all are going to have much more input into how it's built because it'll be empty. All these tables, to be honest with you, I'm not sure I'm going to carry 36 IKEA tables down to Florida. That's just that in itself needs a truck, I think. But with all the legs, I think we're going to need we're going to need a truck just to haul these legs. 36 tables times 4. What's the math on that? That's a lot of legs. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on. Plus, we have the backlog back behind me, and all kinds of stuff. So the channel's not going away. Channels are going to stay. And hopefully, well, I know guaranteed that once we get into our new studio down in Florida, once we get into our new house and everything like that, there will be a massive build that hopefully will make this look like child's play. Because, over the years, I've developed more techniques. I've talked with people. I know more people. I've watched a lot of people build their cities. And but I want to keep, one thing I guarantee is I want to keep the flavor of the way I do things. And so that flavor is not going to go away. I'm not going to build my city like everybody else's. I'm not going to build it like it is now probably. But yeah, sure, there'll still be the rides. There'll still be all this kind of stuff. But I'm still going to keep all that flair. But I'm going to, in places where I could improve, I'm going to improve. In places where I can change, I'm going to change. And it's going to take me a long time because I'm sure, for instance, this thing is not going to fit in a tote. So it'll probably be broken up, which means I got to rebuild it. So there's going to be a lot of time spent rebuilding models. Fortunately, we have the online instructions and I have the manuals for everything. So I guess I can belabor the point really long, but I've belabored it too much. I want to thank everyone's support. Thank everyone who has watched this channel, whether you subscribe or not, whether you like or not. Just the fact that you're watching me makes me feel humble. It humbles my family. It has helped me over the past 3 years more than I can ever say in words. There's the saran wrap. We're going to start wrapping stuff in saran wrap. It has meant so much to me that you all have given me so many props and just a lot of love, out there in the Lego land, a lot of Lego love. So with that, stay tuned next week. Excuse me. I'm choking up. And the weeks after that, because there will be a video coming out and or a live stream, maybe both, who knows, each week until we finally move in to the new Lego studio and build the new Six Figs Minecraft World, Six Figs Amusement Park, Ninjago World, or whatever we're going to call it, Eastern Figsdale, and the city of Figsdale. And we actually, Adrian and I, have put together a pretty cool plan, so it's going to look really cool, but it's going to be a few months. But I hope you stick with me, and let's continue to chat via the comments and other weens and things like that. Don't forget to, check me out on Instagram. Probably won't be posting much on Instagram because I won't have much to post. But I'll try to periodically, at least once a week, post on Instagram as well as Flickr and everything else. So with that said, everyone be safe. Please mask up. Let's get this thing done. Let's get this thing done so we can all meet for some more Lego shows and do all kinds of stuff and have some fun and not have to worry so much about this. And by the way, yeah, of course I have still have the Drmcbrick General Store on Teespring. So I don't know. I'm sorry I'm hanging on here, but I'm just like, this is my last view of the way this is going to look. It's been fun. And in about 3 or 4 months, it's going to be more fun. So stay tuned. This is Drmcbrick signing off.